Start the recording.
Starting the recording.
Starting the broadcast.
Straight on.
Hello, everybody on
Even
the
if
internet.
I turn this way?
Welcome to Get the You
Because
Factor.
usually I turn that way when...
We're getting started here in just a couple minutes.
Hello there. Welcome, internet land friends. Welcome to my kingdom.
This week we're going to be talking about life-enhancing pyramid energy. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Thought we'd shake it up this week. Wild Man Max, you ready to shake it up?
I was born ready.
There you go. Mr. Cook is cooking it up out there.
45 seconds.
Don't tell anybody.
All right.
Seconds.
20 seconds.
Not 20. Really?
50,
Don't tell nobody.
5,
Welcome to Get the You Factor with Mike Driggers and Nicholas Fordham. For those of you that are watching, we are broadcasting online as well at GetTheYouFactor.com. So my question to you is, what is it that holds you from achieving greatness? Does greatness just come to those that are struck by lightning or have just hit that lucky streak? What really does make people achieve everything they want out of life? These questions span across the globe as millions of people settle into their life thinking that they don't have what it takes to truly get what they want out of life. Simply put, most people just give up on their dreams and aspirations to move forward with the repetitious habits that have been cemented around their lifestyle. Is this because they don't have what it takes to achieve their goals? The answer is no. You do have what it takes to accomplish anything you truly desire, and it starts with finding your inner you. With Get the You Factor, we go step by step in educating you on the key principles to achieve anything you want out of life. By tapping into our resources and following along with our weekly broadcast, we will help guide you through a journey of self-awareness and self-improvement. We will take you deep into your mind to determine what your mental blocks are that are holding you back from your true potential. You do have what it takes, and we're here to help you prove it to yourself. So how you doing today, Mike?
I am doing absolutely incredible, and I'm improving at the same time.
Absolutely.
Always, right? It's been an amazing week since our last show. I've been out at Utah. I had a 2-day seminar presentation, 8 hours training each day, nonstop. So I was living out my 25 elements of life-enhancing, what do we call it? The healthy lifestyle that we talked about last, just helping the mind be healthy. And so I always love presenting and helping people, and so we had in Utah I had a 2-day event and met some incredible folks and socialized and got to know some things and learned some new stuff from different people, and it was just a really good event. And also celebrated Gabby's birthday. We ate out at this Brazilian restaurant out there. I don't know if you've seen these Brazilian restaurants where they come to the table with the meat and they like cut it right there, or they take the meat and it's all cooked, but they bring it out, or pineapple or fish, and they bring it to the table, and you eat little pieces at a time. The problem with that is you get these little pieces and you think you're still hungry.
Yeah.
Right? But you keep eating away, and then when you're done, you get up and you're like, oh, that's not good. I ate way too much.
I do that at Benihana every time I go there.
Oh yeah, exactly, right? But and so here, they bring these little pieces, and you're like, man, wow, okay, there's 2 pieces, and then you wait, and then another meat and 2 pieces, but by the time you're done, you've like eaten half the cow, I think, So it's yeah, I'm definitely full. But we celebrated Gabby's birthday, and she's a young 21 now.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
Yeah. So,
Now-
how about you? What was your week? How's your week?
Oh, it was great. Just working on some new projects, made some alignments with a few people, and pushing business forward as usual.
That's good.
I hear you had a lot of feedback from your training. Now you're using what we talk about in our radio show here at Get the You Factor, and you're helping to educate the people of Strongbrook when you were out there.
Yep.
And I saw some pictures. You went back over to Chris Crone's house. I was fortunate enough to fly out there with you and come have dinner in his home one time. And beautiful home, and an amazing thing they've got going on over there with Strongbrook.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're changing people's lives, that's for sure. And so I had that 2-day event, and man, testimonials are still rolling in on people that walked away from that event empowered, motivated, passionate, excited, I mean, all kinds of testimonials coming from it. And, people don't realize, but, you're doing 2 days and you're on your feet for 8 hours. We did have lunch break, but, I'm constantly just teaching all through that time on different topics, and we got into a lot of really good stuff, good material, and they were really appreciated. It was a packed house. We had standing room only, and so great event.
Absolutely, and that's really what we strive for here at Get the You Factor. I know Mike, as well as myself, we're passionate about helping to change lives, and that's really what our radio show is all about here at Get the You Factor, is helping you to find that inner you, to reach in there and learn something new from each one of our shows, and really understand what it is that helps you to find your inner you to go after whatever you truly want in life.
Yeah. Now, last week we talked about an emotional, healthy lifestyle, and working on the mind. We walked away from that show from learning different things from socializing for friends, and then also regular exercise, and there was all kinds of different elements. Did you apply any of that in this week? One of the things I wanted to try to do is apply some of the stuff. Did a little bit of meditation and was able to relax. But how about you?
Absolutely. I've been going through a lot of transitions and changes in my personal life, and I've been able to find a little bit more inner peace. There's a saying where you can't change things that you cannot change, but you can accept the things as they are and move forward and make a change yourself personally. I don't know exactly how that saying goes, but it's something that I'm striving to live towards and be about.
Well, and that's as we talked in the past, and you and I have had many discussions with Bill Cook and Wildman Max here, and talking about that change. Part of change and learning this stuff is we learned from this show as well. To be a master of something is to teach it. And so you share it with others and share this information and go out there and you learn stuff and you pick up stuff. And I'm definitely doing that. One of the things I love is hot tub. So I got I wanted to take advantage of a hot tub and wasn't able to, but I took a hot bath. At the hotel. They had an outdoor pool with no hot tub, and I was like, oh man, at the hotel. So I took a hot bath and I just relaxed. No bubbles, but just a hot bath and relaxed. Thought about what's coming up in the weeks to come and things that we need to get done. I'm flying out to Maryland this week, for training out there, and then I'll be back, and then I've got to go to Las Vegas, and I'm definitely going to have an emotionally healthy life out there. See some shows and great food. I love going there. It's got some good food. But so a lot of things that we do, we practice what we preach and become a master by teaching, and that's what this show does. And we hope that folks out there are taking this information and running with it and learning and putting the elements into your life. So.
And we want your feedback. So for those of you that are listeners of our show, or you're watching us online and checking us out, go to the website, GetTheYouFactor.com, and send us a message. Let us know how something that we have talked about or we have discussed has made a change in your life and has affected you personally. And while you're there, be sure to register on the website. You can either register for the free version, go in and watch all of our shows, the full video of the show, as well as workbooks that go along with the show. Or if you upgrade to the full membership for $97 a year, we've actually compiled it with thousands of dollars of workbooks and worksheets and information to help you to really make that change and to dig in and find that inner you.
Yeah, we back there you'll find the champion's mindset and what it takes to be a champion. And each week we deliver new material to take you through a learning process, but also teaching you on what it takes to have that champion's mindset. We also have the 365 goal system, where every week we're having you plan out your goals and designing the what it is that you want and recognizing a goal versus a wish, and and then how to categorize and prioritize. And then from there you've got the resolution revolution that starts anywhere. Most people think that at the end of the year I'm going to make my New Year's resolution, but you can do that anytime. Mm-hmm. And we help you stay on track, whatever that is. Maybe it's health, maybe business, but then also then we have the winning ways, which is what's it take to win. And so this is some really good training material. People have spent $2,000, $3,000 to be part of those courses, and we've bundled it all together, and we provide it to you on a weekly and daily basis with some of the content. Plus, you get our weekly show, where you get access to watch the show, but the downloadable documents. And I guess we're just going to have those up there soon for everybody to download with the previous show. So, and it keeps you updated with the events that we do and where we're at and the people that we're talking to, and things that are going on with us. And so you definitely want to register to find out who and where and what the the You Factor is doing.
Absolutely. So today's show, we're going to be going over life-enhancing pyramid energy. So we're going to be talking about some very interesting things that come from the pyramids and the time of the pyramids. But first, as always, we're doing our positive affirmation of the day. Now remember, when you do this positive affirmation, you're going to want to recite it to yourself 3 times a day in the mirror for the entire week of the show until our new show comes out on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So the positive affirmation comes from the book Mastering of the Mindset, The Power of Affirmations by Mike Driggers. And this week's affirmation is, I strive for excellence in the face of criticism. Again, I strive for excellence in the face of criticism. When confronted with criticism, I persevere and become greater. I believe that all critic plays a huge part in molding me. Instead of getting offended by it, I use the feedback to give me energy to make a more positive impression the second time around. I acknowledge that much criticism given to me is warranted and just. I know that most people only want the best for me. I viewed their assessments as honest assistance through which I can improve. I also know that there are some critics whose only mission is to try to bring me down. But instead of letting naysayers make me smaller with their critiques, I turn their words into motivation. Negativity towards me can be handled in 2 ways. I can either allow it to force me to give up, or I can use it as fuel to keep striving for excellence. I choose to turn the bad into good and use criticism as a stepping stone to achieve more than ever before. When I feel the breadth of my chest expand with excitement, I know I have achieved excellence. When my smiles originate from a place much deeper than my face, I am confident that I am seeing my own success. Because of these experiences, I am able to realize the other's negative words can only help me, never harm me. Today, I commit to using criticism constructively. I employ it either affirm my excellent output or help me to return to the drawing board and produce something even greater. I know in my heart when I have done something well, and no doubter can steal that from me.
So as usual, we talk about the self-reflections, that we have 3 questions we want you to walk away with and think about in regards to this affirmation. And so the 3 self-reflection questions today are, how do I feel when unwarranted criticism comes my way? Again, how do I feel when unwarranted criticism comes my way? Number 2, how much importance do I place on criticism, whether constructive or destructive? Again, how much importance do I place on criticism, whether constructive or destructive? Number 3, do I react with grace when I am confronted by critics? Again, do I react with grace when I'm confronted by critics? And again, with the quote for the day, we want you to live by that quote. Think about it and see how that you can apply that into your life. And the quote today is, I have sufficient strength to overcome my situation. Author unknown. So you know what? I was in the studio recording all the audios on this for this book, and I've been talking to the publisher, and so it looks like it's going to start hitting the bookstores here by July, August timeframe, end of July, first weeks of August, and so we're going to do a book launch with this, and then also the book with Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank is supposed to be hitting at the same time. So I have 2 books out there, co-authored, and then this one authored, and I've got a couple more coming down the pipeline, but some really cool stuff. So, we thought we'd kind of shake up the show a little bit and talk about life-enhancing pyramid energy. Now, what is that? I've heard about this term and this pyramid energy, and you think about in the nutritional world, it's a pyramid of the food. The different types of food that you should eat to have maximum health, right? Well, when I started hearing about this term, I was like, okay, what is a pyramid energy? I was thinking, something that you're drawing that creates a flow of energy, like a prism. When it's laid flat, it becomes a pyramid. But what I discovered was the actual true pyramids, building pyramid type elements, or whether out cardboard or styrofoam or metal or wood, actually has some energy power to it. And so I thought today on the show we would talk about it. Where it was first discovered is in the 1930s, right? They discovered it in the great periods of Giza in Egypt. A gentleman by the name of Andre Bovis had discovered that as they went into the pyramids, and most people think pyramids is a tomb. That's the thought out there, but the reality is that they're not tombs. There's no signias or anything discovering, on the walls saying that, great kings or whatever. They're not tombs. So a lot of research had gone in there. But the one thing that this gentleman in 1930, Andre Bovis, had discovered was that when they went into this one particular pyramid, they discovered mummified animals inside these great pyramids, and he made a small scale models of pyramids and found that when you put meat and things in here, they don't deteriorate, they don't disappear. See, animals would typically deteriorate and disappear, but they were mummified. So when they died in the pyramid or whatever, they died and they stayed mummified and preserved, so no bacteria and anything. But the research was at that time thrown out. People didn't realize it, but really pyramids have a lot of energy, and they help in healing, they help in preserving foods, they help in all kinds of stuff. And we're gonna, as soon as we get back from commercial break, we're going to take a commercial break right quick, and when we get back, we're going to get into some deep discussions about pyramids and other thoughts about healing methods and things out there in life. So, but we want you to come on back, hear the show as we go to break here at One Talk Network, and then we also have OneMusicNetwork.com, so OneTalkNetwork.com, and here at the GetTheYouFactor.com with Nicholas Fordham and Mike Driggers.
We'll see you soon.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so I think when we get back, and again, you guys that are watching, we're on a commercial break right now. So when we come back, we'll go back into it. But if you haven't done so already, be sure to register on the website, at least for the free version, if not the paid version, and be a part of what we're creating here with Get the You Factor. We've already had a lot of good feedback from people that have experienced listening to the show over a series of weeks, and they really like the changes, and the feedback that we've gotten has been pretty awesome. So definitely be a part of it.
Absolutely. That's how we grow.
I think when we get back, I'll talk a little bit about how the pyramid is and everything around us. You pull
Mm-hmm.
out,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the dollar bill
Mm-hmm.
and the all-seeing eye on the top of the pyramid, and our entire nation was, you know, our financial spectrum was created off of the thought of the pyramid. You know.
Yeah.
Mike had a good moment earlier today about the Indians.
Oh yeah, it was dawned on me as I was going through the research. The Indians had teepees that were pyramid type. You know, and so it does a lot of things. It keeps heat and hydration, and you know, keeps the energy, the north and east and west magnetic energy. It's interesting. It didn't dawn on me, but I started thinking about that. You know, so who knows? They may have known something we didn't know about. You know, I mean, like where would you think, as an Indian, how to create a fortress like a pyramid? You know, and they did a lot of their spiritual stuff inside the teepees.
Yeah, I could bring that up because I'm Cherokee Indian.
Yeah,
Talk a little bit about that.
I'm half confused Indian. Yeah.
It's coming through.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Maybe I'm too close.
probably too exhausted over the,
Huh. Okay. That's good to know.
This commercial brought to you by Del Taco.
What's the special for today?
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Three tacos for $2.08, I think it is.
For the price of two.
Exactly.
3 tacos. Gotta love that. Taco Tuesday.
30 seconds. Seconds.
It's too loud. Welcome back to Get the You Factor with Mike Triggers and Nicholas Fordham. So today we're talking a little bit about life-enhancing pyramid energy. And you may think, what is this going to do for me? What difference is, you know, thinking about the pyramid? But if you reach into your pocket, you pull out a dollar bill, turn that dollar bill over, you're going to find a pyramid on the dollar bill. And so all money used here in the United States and everything that we do kind of goes back to the belief in the pyramid. You know, they say there's the all-seeing eye that's there on the dollar bill in the back of the pyramid. Some say the Illuminati, some say different things, but the pyramid is all around us.
Absolutely. You know, the funny thing is pyramid, you know, you go and look at the different pyramids, there's scattered across the U.S. and in, you know, like Las Vegas has the Luxor is set up as a pyramid. And,
you know, I was actually in the Luxor in Las Vegas, and I got one of those top rooms, and that's a trippy
I
place
know,
to
isn't
be
it?
because you get up there, and you're thinking, oh, you know, it's just like looking over the edge of a regular building. But, you know, when you look over the edge of a regular building, you can see the wall all the way down. Well, if you're in one of the higher rooms in the Luxor and you look over the hallway and you look down, you kind of feel this like
weird magnetic
feeling of being sucked down, you know, with gravity, and it's really trippy when you stay there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and they have a 32-story pyramid arena in Memphis, Tennessee, believe it or not.
Wow.
And there's ones in France, and, you know, there's Peru, in Pune, India, right? They have a pyramid, and then obviously the ones in Egypt, but they also have them in England. So, you know, pyramids are used, but one of the things that was clearly discovered about a pyramid in their shape of the pyramid generates energy. Somehow the way it's designed creates energy, and it's generally believed that the model pyramid should be built according to the properties of the Great Pyramid, right? You want to, when you're building some type of pyramid for where maybe have next to you when you sleep, it projects some type of energy. So, you know, really, how does that pyramid work? Well, somewhere in the magnetic force that it reflects this energy. And there's been a lot of discoveries in what you can do with a pyramid. I mean, you can actually preserve food. You can actually have food live longer, right? There's several things. So you can enhance coffee, tea, tobacco by putting it inside the pyramid. You can make tap water taste like spring water, right? Through a pyramid. So you'd build this pyramid. My understanding was that you'd build this pyramid, and you would put about a third above the base floor. You would put your items inside it. Now, again, you could use different things: metal, wood. It's some scientists say that it's better to use solid wood versus plywood, or you could use styrofoam, but some say a different, like a plastic material, right? So you could build these pyramids, but they simulate plant growth. They speed up seed germination time, right? They prevent bacteria. They alleviate any type of pain. I mean, it enhances any natural fruit flavors, right? It ripens fruits and vegetables. It improves, believe it or not, TV and radio reception. So we need a pyramid here so we can improve the reception. Of course, we're internet based, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I don't know how much, but it'd give us a lot of energy.
Absolutely. And so, just hearing some of these things that we found out about pyramids, we decided to look a little bit further and really put together a show about the effects of a pyramid. And in doing it, we're thinking, okay, well, do I have to go to Egypt and go in the bottom of the pyramid to really get the effects of pyramid energy? Do I have to go and buy a quartz crystal that is shaped like a pyramid and get the light to refract through it and send me a certain energy? Well, the answer is no. You can actually build your own pyramid at your house and test it out on some of these things. And we actually found a worksheet that we're putting in the back of GetTheYouFactor.com that we're going through right now that gives you all the different effects of what a pyramid can do, and then it shows you how to build your own pyramid at your home and test some of these effects. In reading a little further into this, we found that just milk, for example, if you leave milk out and it's just out there with regular air, it's going to spoil, right? Everybody knows that. Milk spoils. And apparently, if you take milk and you put it underneath a pyramid, it turns into cheese.
Yeah, they've had tests that they've taken it and put it into a pyramid and let it sit there, and it did. It turned into, the top layer was like this mucus, but when you took it away, then there was this cheese. It had created cheese, the pyramid. But what I thought was interesting was not only some of the what it does with the molecules of water and the other things, but one of the questions I was thinking is, can the pyramid heal? Right? Can it really heal? And what I discovered was that a pyramid can't heal you, but it can aid you in the healing process by supplying additional energy towards that source, right? We talked about on the show positive energy in a frozen water and negative energy and how it changed the molecules. Well, supposedly, and we haven't tried this, and I'm curious. I'm actually going to build me a little pyramid and try this, because it takes away headaches and things of that nature. Now, look, if somebody doesn't want to be cured, and mentally they don't think they're curable, they're never going to be curable, because until you change the mindset, you can't open up the body to the rest of the cure, right? Because if you think you're not curable, it's obviously not going to work. But studies have showed that people that have had headaches, right? They put these caps, these pyramid caps on their heads, and it's taken away headaches, and they photograph with these infrared things, and they photograph this color spectrum, right, in the head, and how it changed when you put it on there, and how the headaches would go away when you'd wear this pyramid hat, right? So people that have headaches, and they've showed people experimenting with pyramids from sprains, cuts, bruises, backache, toothache, congestion, infections. Some report relief from pain as well, right? With being inside a pyramid, or people that want to sleep, to have a hard time sleeping, by putting a pyramid near you, creates this energy and reflects all the negative energy away, and then it puts you into a state of relaxation, and you get a good quality sleep. This is what we discovered when we were researching this. And so, like you said, we've got this document we're definitely going to put up there. It's about a 40-page document, and it actually shows you how to build your own type of pyramids and what sizes. And you know, the more I started looking into this, it was pretty interesting just as a conversation. You know, what you know, people would think about a pyramid in your house, right? As you walk through the front door.
Now, I got to be honest with you, Mike. I mean, you know, I know you're going to want to wear a pyramid for a hat.
I am.
And walk around, but I'm not going to do that.
Now,
I'm not going that far.
No, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Isn't that what they called the dunce hat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
kinda,
back in
sorta.
the day.
I was one of those bad kids.
Yeah. We got to sit in the corner. I think I wore a pyramid hat at one point, right?
It enhanced your energy.
It did. They put it on me. I got more rowdy.
You know, the one thing that I will do, though, and what I want to personally try out is creating a pyramid near my bed to enhance the energy when I sleep, because
Sure.
it's going to help to improve concentration, creativity, and, you know, I do a lot of different things that help me. I mean, I take supplements that, you know, help with glucosamine and mind activity and all of those different things. You know, I use essential oils like frankincense and myrrh from back in the Bible, and I use some of that stuff to help me with my mental acuity. But a pyramid, I think if I build out a pyramid structure and I set it up where I'm sleeping, with the instructions that are in this workbook, I think I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, you know what? I bet you there's some stuff online we could find that have, you know, little pyramids and that you can put, you know, buy and put them in different places. You know, it's no different than like feng shui. Right? How mirrors are aligned and how certain things are aligned to a door. You know, certain things bring in good energy and positive energy, and if it's turned a certain way, it creates bad energy. Certain things can help you in creating wealth, and others, you know, there's this whole thing about feng shui, and probably, you know what, that's probably a show that we'll have to do here soon. But it's no different than that, or the crystals, right? Crystals are supposed to generate energy, and they have some type of magnetic attraction, and they do create this magnetic beam of energy or whatever. You know, it's been talked about for many years now, and how it changes the body temperatures and aura and all that stuff. And, you know, listen, but before we go, I want to make sure, because we don't want to get in trouble here, that you understand pyramid is not a substitute for medicine, right? It can only speed up the healing process based on the research that we've had. It can't cure you. And again, if you're not cured in the mind, and never think that, you'll never be cured. But, you know, I want to make sure that you understand that this was just, you know, something that we discovered that as we were thinking of something to write and talk about for the show, that, you know, a pyramid, in discovering that it puts off energy, that it's a healing energy. So it can help heal you and help you in the quality of sleep.
Now, there is one thing to caution, though, is it an overdose to have too much pyramid energy. Now, most people don't know this, but they have trouble spending time inside of a pyramid. So a few people may find energy too intense inside of a pyramid. After too much exposure, those that are hypersensitive to energy may get a slight headache that worsens until they feel nauseous. And usually this kind of experience only happens in those that are under a very large pyramid, or a very strong multi-layered one that is made of materials that amplify energy, such as copper. So it is cautioned to be careful with getting too much pyramid energy. So what that makes me tend to think about is the people that work in the Luxor.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of them have experienced anything different by working there versus working somewhere else. I mean, does it actually make an effect off the people that work there day in and day out?
Or even just the people that stay there. I mean, think about it. You know, they say that 1/3 above the baseboard is where the maximum energy is. So if you think about in Luxor, if people are staying up on the, you know, 1/3, so let's say, you know, the 9th and the 10th floor, what kind of energy are they receiving versus if they're up on the top, you know, 16th or 17th floor? that the kind of energy, and people may have been getting sick there and didn't even know it, because of the pyramid structure. And you think about it though. When we were researching, as I was going through this, I started thinking about the Native Americans, the Indians.
Yeah, I'm Cherokee Indian.
Yeah, they had teepees, right? Which was like a pyramid type foundation, right? It had a cone shape. Some of them had, the 4 corners or 3 corners that they would do pyramids. I remember seeing shows where they would cook or dehydrate. Remember, they'd have these smaller teepees where they'd have food hung up inside. And so what did they know that we didn't know, right? Because if you look at their whole structures, it's all teepees, which is a pyramid.
And one thing they do too is it's kind of to help you to find your vision, kind of like a vision quest. They do these sweat lodges, and they get these stones that are very, very hot stones, and they pour water on them. I've got a friend of mine, William. He's also Indian. He's a medicine man, and he was telling me about these sweat lodges. He's been wanting me to come and check out one of these. And basically what you do is you go in there and you meditate inside these teepees with the hot steam coming up all around you. And it helps you to find that inner question that you're looking for in life. And so it's definitely something that I'm going to be experiencing hopefully here soon.
Actually, that sounds like fun. Let me know. I'll go too.
Okay.
That'd be kind of cool to experience. I've always liked the steam baths and things of that nature. So to me, that sounds like that. But that would be kind of a cool experience. Put on my little my bucket list, of something to do. But yeah, that would be fun. But my point is that here's something that Native Americans used, and now thinking about it, they used it to dehydrate food and fruit, and even they would do in their medicines, right? They would get inside the teepee and did a lot of their spiritual medicine and all that in there. So maybe there's something to this, I don't know. I can't wait to kind of test it myself. But based on the research and what we put together for you, there's some pretty cool things about the energy of a pyramid and what it can do for you.
So we're going to be going to a commercial break here in just a second, but when we get back, we're going to talk about a few things you can personally do to test out the effects of a pyramid. We're going to show you how you can make coffee taste differently by creating your own pyramid and using it. We're going to show you how you can make avocados that taste bland actually taste better by just sitting under a pyramid structure for 10 to 30 minutes. All that and more when we get back here on Get the You Factor here on One Talk Network, affiliation with One Music Network. So, Max, let's send them into commercials.
Talk to you soon.
I'm really anxious to hear the part about the coffee.
Yeah. It's kind of random stuff we bring up on here, but it's all, it's interesting.
Yeah, I love random stuff.
And we switch it up, and on our website, we've got 120 shows lined up. And then all of the content that we've got right here is in the back end of the website. So as people go through the shows, they can download the workbooks and start doing some of the things from the show. So it's kind of cool.
Oh, very cool.
Huh? Was it better?
Content, conversation.
Yeah. I can't wait for the sweat bath.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I think we should go on a mission. Let's do it. All of us. Let's go on a mission.
That works.
Let's go get sweaty together.
Yeah, William hasn't called back, but they do some crazy vision quests. The Blackfoot Indian, the Cherokee actually stands on a buffalo skull. And what you're supposed to face the sunrise. My buddy used Blackfoot, and they pierce your back with these metal rings, and they tie leather from that to the face of the buffalo skull. And while the chief is standing on it, he does the feathers and stuff, whatever. And right when the sun comes up, you're supposed to run towards the sun. And if the hooks rip out and you keep going, then you actually go on your vision quest. And I think there's a little peyote involved and stuff, but
There better be, because I don't want to feel it.
Yeah, definitely have some visions of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have all kinds of visions. I'll stick with the sweat bath thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would-
I was actually at a Cherokee chief's house once in Vegas, and I walk in his house, and we actually smoked out of a peace pipe. And,
Oh, really?
It's tobacco that the Cherokee Indian actually picked. And we're getting ready to do that. And I guess you take one puff, and then you say like 3 wishes before you exhale. Well, as I'm there, he had wolves that he raised in his backyard. And I caught eye contact with the wolves. And he immediately jumped in front of me because it was weird. It's like my soul and their soul swapped. He said, never stare in the eyes of a wolf because they'll take over your soul.
Wow.
It was trippy. It was a trippy feeling.
Now back to taco.
Brought to you by Samsung. And if you order now, we'll give you a little Jesus that you could put on your dashboard of your car. I don't care if it rings or sleeps as long as I have my plastic Jesus sitting on the dashboard of the car. Hey!
We should make a Mike Triggers bobblehead.
That would be cool. I could see that.
Yeah? Yeah. Hey,
Chihuahua.
the Duck Dynasty has bobbleheads. Happy.
30 seconds.
Go.
5 seconds.
Welcome back to Get the You Factor with Mike Driggers and Nicholas Fordham. Today we're talking about life-enhancing pyramid energy. And as mentioned, that we came back from the break to talk to you about a few things that you can do by building yourself a pyramid at home and testing out some of these effects of pyramid energy. Now, one of the things you can do is you can make bland avocados taste better by cutting the avocado and placing them inside of a pyramid for 10 to 30 minutes.
You know, one of the things that it also does, meat loses some of its toughness when it's set in fruits and vegetables that are treated for a half hour to an hour within a pyramid energy remain fresh longer than if you didn't put the fruit in. It seems to last longer. But, you know, you talked about coffee, right? As for coffee, it enhances the taste. And you place a cup with an 8-inch high pyramid, and you put it in there for 5 to 10 minutes. And when you take it out and taste it again, you'll notice that the bitterness has reduced considerably, right? So you can have a pyramid with your cup of coffee, put it in there, let it sit 5, 10 minutes, come back out, and it tastes better. Of course, I'm not much of a coffee drinker, and when I do, I load it up with sugar and cream and everything to make it taste better anyway. So,
oh yeah, I do the same thing. Lemon juice, in fact, will lose its pungent smell and sharp flavor when treated with a pyramid for a couple of hours.
Well, and here's something for those that buy the Buddha bag wine, right? You can put cheap wine in there, and it can taste like expensive aged wine after being treated for about a half hour.
Really?
Yeah, I got to try this.
I think I'm going to do that one.
Hey, Bill, we're going to build a pyramid, and we're going to test out some cheap wine.
We're going to get some $2 chuck and turn it into $20 wine.
Heck no, we're going to 100-bottle wine. What are you talking about? Maybe if we leave it in there for an hour, we'll get it to $200. But you know, supposedly it harshens and will soften the bouquet and will improve it. So I'm gonna have to try that. That sounds good. And what about apple cider?
Yeah.
Right. If you don't like the tartness of apple cider, give it a pyramid treatment, 5-10 minutes, and it'll take it away, according to what the research has shown.
Now they've actually studied this with water, and it you lose the chlorine and mineral taste after a short time in the pyramid. And if you leave a glass of chlorinated water in the open for a while, it will lose the taste of chlorine too, but it won't be energized. Research has shown that pyramid energy changes the molecular structure of water.
Yeah, even dry foods like grains and cookies and candies, when you put it in a pyramid, supposedly the pyramids reflect insects. Now, some insects like it, but they won't get into the food. And cockroaches, cockroaches hate pyramids. So I think I'm going to put those all over the place if I ever find any cockroaches in my house, right? I'm going to put these little pyramid hotels. Come on by.
I need some for some flies in my garage.
Yeah. What do you got in your garage that's attracting flies there, bud?
Hey, So, for those of you that are growers out there, you've got a garden or you're doing any kind of growing, sprouts, as an example, will actually grow more abundantly and taste better and keep longer when sprouted under a framed pyramid. So think about that for you gardeners that are out there. Who knows? Create a couple pyramids over a few of your plants and test between which one's going to grow faster and stronger versus the other one.
Yeah, and we've actually got a little pyramid energy experiment for you that we've put together. And basically, you take like a radish seeds, right, and 2 trays, and you fill them with soil from the same source, right?
Okay.
So you want to get some soil, and you use half the seeds in a package for the test, and keep the rest aside for the control, right? So you're going to keep trays minimum about 6 feet apart. And you're going to ensure that the sunlight and air circulation and light and other environmental factors are the same for both trays. But you align both trays to the magnetic north, so you need some type of compass. You plant an equal number of seeds so that they're the same, right? Mm-hmm. You use the same amount of water for both trays. You place either a correctly aligned frame pyramid over one of the trays or suspend a smaller enclosed pyramid with like an open bottom from a crossbar above the tray. So something where it hangs the pyramid and the pyramid on the bottom's open. And you record everything you do in a notebook, write it down, and take pictures. And over time, you're going to see something pretty amazing. I can't tell you what you're going to see, but it's a good little test to see and see how it works. And so we've got this up online here at the Get the You Factor for you to test. We've also, steps to helping make your coffee better. We've put that up there so you can take a look at it and go through. But, it's interesting that they're discovering things all the time now. I've noticed that because as science gets better and technology gets better, they're doing some amazing things. I was reading a couple articles about this, and what if the pyramids can provide some healing energy and some things? Maybe there should be some more research put into it. It's like the guys we had in here with the lunar cubes, talking about they've discovered that the moon dust they can turn into fuel. And there's been a discovery in that. And then, I was reading an article about how the science for DNA and how hundreds of people are being finally let go from jail or prison because of the DNA testing were discovered to be innocent, right? But this technology only came around in the last century here. But if it wasn't for that technology, then people would be in jail that are innocent. But there's a large percentage of people that are being let go and free because of technology. So maybe there's something to this. I don't know.
Hey, if you look deeper inside the power of the pyramid and why it's on the dollar bill and people mentioning the Illuminati and whatnot, look at corporate America. Every structure that's out there is a pyramid. There's a CEO, a vice president, president, all the way down to the rest of people that work in that company. Same thing goes for network marketing and direct sales. The money flows to the top. And that's why I feel they actually have the pyramid on the dollar bill to remind you of the fact that the pyramid is the foundation of the growth of each and everything that's out there. So my question to you is, what is the pyramid to you?
Yeah, I mean, what would the pyramid? What could you find and discover? Hey, try some of these tests. Download this book and see, because and I'd love to hear back from some people. I definitely want to test. Right, I'm going to try this, and we'll try out some of the pyramid theories, and we'll come back on another show and talk about it. But I've always believed that there's energy in crystals.
Yes.
I've actually they've got now science where they can show you on a screen your hand and the color of that projects off your hand, and then when you take a crystal and put it on your hand, how it changes the whole spectrum of colors. And so maybe the pyramid can do that. Right?
And even the spectrum of colors that are out there, it all goes back to the prism of the color spectrum. And even the human eye can't see every color that's out there, and the human body can't feel every energy that's out there. So maybe there really is something incredible from a pyramid. Yeah.
So let me ask you, what did you get from today's show?
Well, the whole time about this, during this show, I definitely want to test out the effects of the pyramid and, try it out on avocados and stuff. But I was actually thinking about putting a pyramid in my bedroom so I could sleep better and creativity. But I tried hanging a mirror above me in the bedroom one time, and it didn't quite work so well.
Did it become a disco ball?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think for me, I think I'm going to do the same tests. So, but I'm going to go to Las Vegas and test it.
The Luxor works
the
for
Luxor
me.
works for me, right? I think I'll test it there.
we got to definitely watch Chris Angel. That will help.
Actually, that's a great show, by the way. I've been to a show on there at the Luxor, but no, seriously, I think I'm going to test out try some of the theory in plants, but I think the energy, the sleep, I think I'll try as well, because I think that'd be pretty cool to try. So, folks out there, give it a go. See what happens. Definitely want to hear about how your experiment with it, and maybe you'll grow some amazing fruits that taste incredible. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have a bad experience, and we want to hear about it. And go to GetTheYouFactor.com and just go to our contact page and put the information in there and share with us your results, and then. We'll post it up. We'll have to share the results with everybody and see what we get from it. And if you've got some things on crystals and other tools, I know my son, for example, he's gotten really heavy into crystals, and he's been studying some stuff online and YouTube and learning about crystals and the power of crystals. And so I'll have to see what he's experiencing. With using these little crystals and big crystals, and I guess they're all different colors and shapes and things, bring different types of energy. I don't know much about it, but I'd be curious to see.
Absolutely. So that was a little bit about life-enhancing pyramid energy. And now we're not telling you to believe in each and everything that we do from this show, or even do it yourself. All we're doing is posing a question to place in your mind to make you wonder, to make you make that change, to make you make that thought. So next week, when we get to our next episode, is Relationship Matters, Cherishing Your Partner. If you go on GetTheYouFactor.com, you can see we've already lined up over 100 different episodes that we do. And each one of these episodes, in the back end, in the membership area, we actually give you the content, we give you the information, we give you the worksheets, we put in audio, we put in video. And I hear you're going to be throwing in some other stuff in the bonus material area.
Yeah.
That is going to be very exciting for the people that join the website, GetTheYouFactor.com.
Yeah, I've been working on some stuff and don't want to let everybody know now, but there'll be some extra stuff. And we've got a ton of articles and things and research going on right now for the audience. It's, again, personal development is a big part of life, and it can certainly change your perspective on life and what you're doing. You just got to be open-minded to accept it and keep learning. The one thing I know is that the more you learn, the more valuable you become, right? This is why college. The thing is most people, when they get out of college, they stop learning. And if you want to become more valuable, keep feeding your mind, because you will start attracting that type of success that you desire. So.
Hey, the older I get, the less I know.
Exactly. And the more I need to know, especially with society today and technology and things. So I'm always learning new things and new apps. I got a new app I learned.
Which one's this one?
There's a new app where you know, for animating videos, or
Really?
yeah, the character drawing, like it draws these characters for you. So it's pretty cool. So I've been learning how to do character drawing, you know, just something different.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, you got to feed the mind. Right.
You got to get myself off Facebook. I've been addicted to it.
I love that. I love the you know, the your web drive time
Oh, thank you.
drive time commercials that you've been doing. I think that's pretty cool. You know what?
Facebook.com/webguru.
You know what we should do? We should do that. We should do the Get the You Factor video, like what's the principles for today. I'll have to get a dash cam like you have.
Yeah.
What do you have, that GoPro or whatever?
No, I basically just got a mount that suction cups to my front window, and typically you use it to turn on the GPS, and you know, you can watch it while you're driving. I got pulled over once while I was recording, and I was doing the recording, and unfortunately I didn't catch the lights and the sirens behind me and everything, and I thought he was pulling me over for recording, but it was a different issue. It was another issue that he pulled me over for, and I was able to get that fixed, and he let me go. So I guess you can't get a ticket for recording while driving.
Well, I think in the law, because you know I was a reserve police officer at one point, right?
Oh, maybe
No.
I said too much
No,
already.
Got in trouble. No, is that if it obstructs your vision, they can give you a ticket for it. But if it's down low enough and you've got all your window, mirrors and everything, there shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, and make sure you check with your state law what the laws are. But I think even that's simple enough, you know. But I was thinking about going all out and getting a GoPro and putting it on my dash, and let's record some Get the You Factor drive time.
Oh, man.
I could play some of my University on Wheels, right? CDs. And
You know, you can get the mounts to mount to the side of the car, and one of us could like hang on to the hood of the car. And
we can do some action shots now.
action shows, stunt shows. Don't try this at home.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So awaken the inner you. Throughout the course of our educational radio video broadcast, combined with our online educational material and workshop, you will discover what has been hiding inside of you all along. Our program is built specifically for you to help you get what you want out of life. You will be presented with key fundamentals that will guide you through anything in life and help you to respond in a different way, a new way, a way you factor to be the best possible way for you. Resolve to make a revolution in your resolution. Set goals you can and will achieve. Discover a champion's mindset. Master persistence and pursue your passions. Empower your life with honesty and integrity. Manifest your reality with daily thoughts of action. Perception and awareness around you will flow with positivity. Visualize your destiny and go out and get it. It is our goal to change your life and the lives of those around you by empowering you with the knowledge to get exactly what you desire. We know that we can't change you or your habits or actions. All we can do is to provide you with everything you need to make that change. At the end of the day, it is up to you, and we are here to help. So now it is your decision to take decisive action and
Get the You Factor.
So you guys, we're wrapping up. It's the end of our show, and I just wanted to take this last little minute and let you know that there is power in numbers. So understanding your inner you is probably one of the most difficult tasks in life. Tranquility or peace in your inner self is a choice. It's not an action. You have the power to take that first step in changing your life by tapping into the resources that we provide as we guide you towards finding that inner you. Your next step, if you choose to take it, is to fully synchronize yourself with the practices we teach by not only tuning into our weekly radio show or video broadcast, but also joining the members area of our website, where we will provide you with weekly material that goes with our show. We have revolutionized the way we help people discover their inner you, and we have done it specifically for you. But there's more to this than just you. As you progress in your journey, we ask you that you bring a partner with you, someone that you can discuss lessons with and new outlooks on life with. Whether it is your life partner or just a very good friend, having a power partner is the fastest way to discover key enlightenments both mentally and physically. So what are you waiting for? Get started today by going to GetTheYouFactor.com and registering on the website. And you know what? You'll be in the back end. You're going to be able to get access to stuff that myself and Mike Driggers put together, from winning ways to 365 goal setting to resolution in your revolution and much, much more. We're adding more and more content each and every day. So we ask you to be a part of Get the You Factor. And thanks, Max, for all the hard work here at One Music Network and One Talk Network.
And thank Bill Cook for putting all the stuff together for us and coordinating us.
And Don Elias from putting together an amazing radio station. So thank you, guys. We'll see you next week here on Get the You Factor.
Wait. Get the You Factor.
No, you.
No, it's a you. No, you get the
you
listen,
get
you
the
got
You Factor.
Oh, wait a minute. It has to be you.
We'll see you guys.
Bye. Thank you.